Ba'ashem Yahushai Ba'ashem Acha Kodash. Double honors to my teachers, the elder apostles, the elder bishops of Great Millstone, teaching, ruling well. Peace, salutations, and blessings unto the hopeful elect of the house of Israel. Lord willing, this lesson will be edifying. And this one is going to be straight to the point, quick, short lesson. But again, Lord willing, will be edifying. Okay, so let's get started with Job 33, and I'll start at 14. For the Most High speaketh once, yet twice, yet man perceiveth it not. In a dream, in a vision of the night, when deep sleep falleth upon man, and slumbering upon the bed, then he openeth the ears of man, and sealeth their instruction, that he may withdraw man from his purpose, and hide pride from man. He keepeth back his soul from the pit, and his life from perishing by the sword. Okay? So again, the Lord is in control. Okay? When you go to bed, the Lord resets you, okay, and sends your instructions for the following day. When you're slumbering, when you're sleeping, that's when the Lord seals the instructions for your following day. So again, that takes away the concept of free will, because again, everyone is a puppet in the hands of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai to work according to His will. Okay, whether in the right hand or in the left hand. Okay, so let's read that in the NLT. And it reads, Job 33 and 14 again. For the Most High speaks again and again, though people do not recognize it. He speaks in dreams, in visions of the night, when deep sleep falls on people, and they lie in their beds. He whispers in their ears and terrifies them with warnings. He keepeth them from pride. He protects them from the grave, from crossing over the river of death. Okay, so again, the instructions that the Lord gives us, okay, is to hide pride from us so that we can understand that the Lord is in control. And again, it's for our benefit. Okay, you see, especially those that He loves. Okay, those that the Lord has put the Spirit to understand this truth. Okay, to know Him according to the words of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai, according to the Spirit and according to the truth. Okay, the Lord has awakened us to this knowledge. Okay, what is pleasing unto the Lord, and if we observe these things, okay, first of all, we have to glorify the Lord because He put it in our spirit to do such things. Okay, so because again, we have to go back to the source. The Lord is the source. Okay, He's the one that made us want to serve Him. Okay, He's the one that put the instructions in our minds to follow after righteousness. It's not of us. Okay, even when it talks about grace, grace is a gift non-deserved. Okay, even our righteousness is of the Most High. Okay, our righteousness is of the Most High because He's the one that's controlling us to do these things. Okay, so again, we have to glorify the Lord. All glory goes unto, when you say Kah Halayim, it means all praises, all glory goes unto Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai, because again, even when we decide to do good, is the Lord. Even when we do evil, the Lord put it in our minds. Okay, you see? So again, we have to, knowing that, praise and glorify Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai and beg unto Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai that He puts it in your spirit to do right, to keep following after His ordinances, that He instills righteousness in your mind, and that He makes you eschew evil as He did unto Job. Okay, you see? And that to say that because side story, today we know that it's the Shabbat. Okay, and I knew deep down in my mind, I knew it was the Shabbat. Okay, so from last night, being with brothers, okay, doing lessons with brothers, okay, and then the day comes up, and then things happen, life, Satan, you have a lot of things on your mind, you go about your day, and then being in the midst of these people, you might start getting fleshly and start forgetting, oh, this is true, it's the Sabbath, okay, you're at work, you're doing what you have to do, okay, and then situations happen, okay, but again, Tawari Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai, because He protected me, as it says. He says what He makes them. It says He whispers. Verse 16. He whispers in their ears and terrifies them with warnings. He maketh them turn from doing wrong. Today I was turned from doing wrong. Okay, so I can. Non, non, c'est bon, ça, on va pas venir. Ça, tu vas pas rentrer, c'est pas grave. Et je vais faire un rapport, So like yeah. So yeah, so the Lord again protected me from my own foolishness, from my own fleshness, as I would say. Situations happened, occurred. You know, in my head I had plans. I'm like, well, I'm gonna do something like this. I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna do this. But again, it was fleshly. It was fleshly ideas, fleshy endeavors that I had in my mind, forgetting that it was a Sabbath. Okay, okay. But in my head, I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna do that, but the Lord made it happen that I couldn't do it. Okay, the things didn't set up the way I wanted it to set up, so I ended up not doing it. Okay, and as I'm going about my day, a brother texts me, oh, I'm planning other things. Okay, and brother's telling me, oh, might as well do it tomorrow because it's a Sabbath. Pierced in the heart. I end up being pierced in the heart because yeah, I knew it was a Sabbath, but because being in the midst of these people, being at work, okay, uh, you see, you being in this flesh, you forget, okay, you're not able to keep the law, statutes, and commandments, man, and that's why we need salvation. We need Yahweh Shai. We need to be changed, okay. We need to be delivered from this body of this death because deep down I want to keep the Sabbath. I want to keep it perfectly. I want to do the things that are pleasing unto the Lord. Okay, but the circumstances, this kingdom is not. It's not conducive to keep the law, statutes, and commandments, man. That's why we need the kingdom of heaven to be established on this earth. We need the law, statutes, and commandments to become the standard in this kingdom, in the kingdom to come, man. That's how we're gonna be able to flourish and prosper with the law, statutes, and commandments through the ways according to how the Lord intended things to be. Okay, because under the oppression of this devil, it's not possible, man. Okay, like I said, in the morning, I knew it was the Sabbath. Going about my day, things happening, going right, left, and right, handling situations. The flesh got the best of me, but then again, the Lord set it up that I didn't cross no line. The Lord set it up that through warnings, He kept me from wrongdoing. So again, call halalam Yahweh Hashem Yahushai. Okay, and again, in those situations, I understood. Okay, it's the spirit, it's the Sabbath today. That's the spirit. That's why I wasn't able to go about my endeavors. Okay, because that was fleshly endeavors. Well, I should be thinking about the ordinances of the Lord, thinking about the prophecies, thinking about the next video that I'm going to do. Okay, thinking upon spiritual things. Okay, so this is just a quick lesson pertaining to how the Lord keeps us from evil, man. Praise the Lord that He's always where we fold, where we come short. Yahweh Bashim Yahushua is there for us to keep us in that straight line and straight in that straight gate. Okay, we can't be we can't despise the Lord's chastisement because it's for our betterment. Okay, and I praise Yahweh Bashim Yahushua that He kept me from those fleshy endeavors. Okay, especially on this day, man, because again, this day is a holy day. We're supposed to keep it holy. Okay, as it says. Let me bring that out quickly. I'm gonna close out. Close out with that. Exodus. Exodus 20. It says here. Exodus 20 and 8. Remember the Sabbath day to keep it holy. 6 days shall thy labor and do all thy works. But the seventh day is the Sabbath day of the Lord. It's like the seventh day is the Sabbath of the Lord thy power, just as it is this day. And we go and we know that it's a Sabbath according to the moon cycle. Okay, we go according to the moon cycle. Okay, and then it says here, and in that thou shalt do no work, thou nor thy son, nor thy daughter, nor thy manservant, nor thy maidservant, nor thy cattle, nor thy stranger that is in thy gate. For in 6 days the Lord made heaven and earth, made the heaven and earth, the sea, and all that is selected, and all that in them is, and rested the seventh day. Wherefore the Lord blessed the Sabbath day and hallowed it. Okay, so again, the seventh day, this day is a holy day, man. Okay, the Sabbath is a holy day, and we should keep it so, man. Okay, if you have to go to work, that's why Yahweh Shai is there. That's why we're in the grace period. No understanding that we're in the in the kingdom where the wicked are ruling. Okay, we do what we have to do, but again, in our minds, we know that this day is a holy day. We keep it holy. Okay, mentally we strive to please Yahweh Hashem Yahushai to the best as best as we can. Okay, yes, we have to go to work, but that doesn't mean that you can't listen to a video here and there. That doesn't mean that you can't do a video during your break. That doesn't mean that you can't read a chapter here and there. You know, try to do a bit more on those days, on those special days unto Yahweh Hashem Yahushai. Okay, so just to keep you in that spiritual mindset. Okay, because the flesh, okay, wants to take you. Satan and the flesh is working against the spirit to take you away from the correct mindset, especially on this day, man. And I'm a victim of it, man. But again, the Lord Tawada Yahweh Hashem Yahushai, He kept me from going the wrong path. He kept me from crossing that line of being too fleshly. Okay, he made it. He set up barriers, in a sense, spiritual barriers, spiritual bounds that I couldn't pass, that to keep me in that straight line. And at the end, I realized why. Oh, it's the Sabbath. I have to be. I should be in the spirit. I should be looking forward to do a lesson. I should be looking forward to reading. I should be looking forward to bettering myself towards the kingdom of Yahweh Hashem Yahushai. All right. So again, follow the spirit. Okay, the Lord speaks, man. Okay, don't be ignorant or don't rebel when the Lord is speaking through you according to the signs, according to other men, according to the spirit, man. All right. So Lord willing, this lesson was edifying. This message, okay. I'd like to give all praises, glory, and honor unto Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Achak, Kodash. Double honors to my teachers, the elder apostles, the elder bishops of Great Millstone, teaching and ruling well. Peace, salutations, and blessings unto the hopeful elect. Shalom, shalom, shalom. Until next lesson, Lord willing, this was edifying.